I'm about to save you about 7 years worth of spiritual lessons in just one video. No, seriously. I'm Elizabeth, and I had my very first of many spiritual awakenings 7 years ago, and I want to share with you the most important lessons that I learned throughout my experience. Okay, so everyone has their own unique values and interests, and their own unique spiritual journey is going to reflect those values, which means that what I think is important probably isn't going to be that important to every single person on earth. However, I do hope that you find some value in the personal wisdom that I've cultivated throughout what I've been through, because it's helped me overcome so many blocks in my life and has allowed me to align with my soul's purpose and mission. And just so you know, what I'm about to share with you is so far from fluff. Anyone can have a spiritual awakening and preach love and light, but to truly master the game, to truly master yourself, you must apply these spiritual concepts in a grounded and practical way to actually create permanent, real change in your life. I've been there, floating around in the ethers, hanging out in the higher dimensions, getting absolutely nothing done. But now that I've done the work, what I have to share is worth listening to. So without further ado, let's begin. When I first had my spiritual awakening, I had so many questions. And the first thing that I wanted to do was find a guru, find a spiritual mentor, find some sort of teacher that can tell me what the hell is going on. What I found out pretty quickly along my journey was that you don't need a guru. And what do I mean when I say that? So other people are actually meant to reflect back to you your truth and your power. You're not meant to rely or depend on someone else to show you the way, to show you the truth, to show you God, source. You don't have to rely on other people for you to gain the insight, the divine insight that you're looking for. You have a direct connection to spirit yourself. So instead of focusing on looking for a guru, looking for someone who can guide you, focus on cultivating your connection with your higher self. This isn't to negate the benefit of having a teacher. It is good to have teachers. It is good to work with people who have experience in the things that you want to learn more about. I am not denying this. The fact is, you're meant to outgrow your teachers. You're meant to learn what you need to learn and move on. A good spiritual mentor does not guide you anywhere but back to yourself. All right. Number 2. A spiritual ego is still an ego. As you're going through your awakening, at least when I went through my awakening, I was discovering versions of myself that I never knew could exist. Discovering a past life, for example. You could discover that you were a healer or a shaman in your past life. And that's amazing news. Like, that is amazing information to uncover because it can really offer you encouragement to pursue your dreams in this life. But the dark side to that is if you think you can just start healing people without any formal training or guidance, it is very irresponsible. There's also thinking that you're better than other people because you did ayahuasca and met Christ and now you're the chosen one. And that's cute and all, you know. But also that's a sign that you should probably work on your root chakra, your groundedness, and come back to earth. Speaking of coming to earth, let's talk about starseeds. So the term starseed is controversial for several reasons. There are associations with racism and ableism. And there's also like the whole commercialization of the idea of starseeds, which can lead to exploitation of individuals who are more vulnerable because they're going through this kind of spiritual awakening. And it's very easy to make money off of vulnerable individuals. These are all very valid arguments against the term starseed. While these are very valid arguments, I stand by the definition that starseeds are essentially souls that have lived lives on other planets, in higher dimensional planets, and have incarnated on Earth in order to fulfill some sort of mission, some sort of service to humanity, to assist the collective awakening, to assist the planetary evolution. I do believe in this theory. I identify as a starseed, and I do feel that I came here on a very important mission to heal myself and then share everything that I've learned through that experience. So, I have one thing to say about the term starseed. The split between those who identify as a starseed and those who politically demonize the term is simply another manifestation of polarity, of the light versus dark reality, of the war on consciousness. So I kind of don't give a This is just another opportunity to choose your own truth and to live by it. Because it doesn't really matter what other people think as long as you know who you are. All right. I know this is not like your typical YouTube video. This is definitely for, you know, my peeps who have been on their journey and like are vibrating at a certain frequency that's a little bit more advanced spiritually, right? And that's not to say that anyone is better than another person. It's that we are all at different levels within different grades, right? Like, because Earth is a school and we're just all on different levels of understanding, levels of consciousness. And that's totally cool. But if you're watching this video, you're definitely like, and that's why I feel totally comfortable sharing my greatest passion, which is number 4 on this list. What I have learned throughout my journey is that the akashic records are absolutely OP. And if you don't know what OP means, the akashic records are absolutely overpowered. As in, in my opinion, there is no greater practice out there to receive direct insight from source, from the divine, to assist you in your journey. We live in a quantum field of reality. It is made of energy. Everyone and everything vibrates at their own unique oscillation. This means that everyone and everything has a vibrational frequency that can be isolated and interpreted. So literally speaking, the answers to every question that you have is accessible within the quantum realm. Every problem has a solution. The key, though, This is the caveat. The key is learning how to read the akashic records, learning how to read energy at a very precise level. It takes a lot of practice, but it is completely achievable. When you're able to read energy at a high level with high precision, you can essentially tune into any frequency and gain insight on just about anything, past, present, future. The possibilities are endless. So, when it comes to raising our awareness and leveling up our spirituality, calling for spiritual protection is not an option. Okay? I want to emphasize this. Like, this is so important. And I'm not trying to fearmonger or anything like that. Like, we just need to be realistic about the world that we live in and the icky stuff that we really need to protect ourselves from, especially when you're kind of just beginning to recognize, when you're just beginning to kind of discern high frequency from low frequency, high vibes from low vibes. We're going to mostly learn through experience. We're going to learn through how an energy impacts us, how it feels inside of our bodies. And over time, we start to learn. Our reality is polarized, which means that there are both good entities floating around in our atmosphere and negative entities, nasty soul-sucking leeches looking for their next meal, okay? Calling for protection is not an option. That means using your voice to claim your sovereignty and to declare your boundaries. Declaring things like, anything that is not of love is not allowed in this space. All other energies that is not of love must leave this space now. This is so important in energy work, and it can really impact, how you're feeling and how effective your intentions are, how effective your focus is. Because if you have all these entities kind of interfering with your communication with your higher self, you're not going to be able to manifest what it is that you are truly desiring. It's important not to trust every telepathic message that you hear, especially in the beginning of your journey, because as you're opening up to the spirit world, you're going to be receiving, you're going to have both negative and positive entities speaking to you unless you set that boundary, right? When you're doing anything with energy, it's so important to call for protection, to say to the universe, I only allow the energies of love and light in this space. Awesome. Okay, number 6. We're getting there. Let's talk about soul family. Soul family is a very, very interesting topic because I myself always wanted to manifest my soul family. I was so lonely, you guys. Thinking about those times in the beginning of my journey when I lost all of my friends because I was going through things that they didn't really understand, and so I isolated myself, not feeling like there was anyone around me that I could connect to and feel supported in this transformation during my awakening, right? I was so lonely. And all I wanted was someone who understood what I was moving through and could see me for who I am. Over time, I did manifest my soul family. I am very happy with the friends that I have right now because they see me for who I am. Yeah, in that I feel very loved, and that feeling was all I ever wanted for the longest time. So what I learned about soul family, I learned a few interesting things. Number 1, they show up when you are your authentic self, when you are radiating your authentic frequency, and they are also radiating their authentic frequency because you are soul family, you're going to attract each other. It's going to be a very, very natural occurrence. Through my own personal experience, I have discovered that these reunions can be very, very intense. And they can be so intense that they pull you out of, they've made me a little bit delusional. Okay, I'll speak from this place of experience instead of trying to like project this experience onto you guys. So every time I would meet someone that I felt was part of my soul tribe, I would be bombarded with these really intense, high frequency energies. And in response, my human mind would come up with all these different stories of what these feelings meant. And I would be very, very confused about why I was feeling so strongly. And I would misinterpret these emotions. And then I would say things or show up a certain way that was actually very not grounded. Delusional, actually, because I was very much caught up in the past life connection of our relationship. And that information, that energy is not as relevant in this lifetime. When we meet soul family, there is a huge activation because they're essentially reflecting back to you a part of yourself that you haven't met yet. And that can be very disorienting, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's very interesting though, because not every interaction with a soul family member is positive. Because our soul family is actually here to teach us, and sometimes those teachings can only be learned through a negative experience. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether or not someone is part of our soul tribe. I think sometimes we get caught up in like these labels. If there's someone in your life who shows up, if they make you feel good, loved, seen, supported, cherish, and prioritize this relationship, invite more of this energy into your life, and I promise you will not feel so lonely. Cool. All right, we are getting to our very last lesson. Number 7. Life is a galactic game, and we are here to play. This is my number 7, the most, last but not least, last and the most important. If you're going to take anything away from this video, take this last lesson. Life is a game, and we are here to have fun. We are playing a character. This is a role-playing game. Do you like RPGs? I love RPGs. You are playing an RPG right now. Earth is a playground for creative freedom. We are co-creating our life. With every choice that we make, with every direction that we go in, we are creating our experience. So why not have fun with it? Why not play while we're here? Why wouldn't we make this as fun as possible? Why not cultivate the kinds of dreams that break our heart open and fire up our fuel to live? You know what I mean? All right, my friends, that concludes the lessons that I wanted to share with you guys in this video. I mean, this is not even the tip of the iceberg, right? There's plenty of more things that I've learned in the last 7 years, but this is just, a little bit, a little taste of some of the things that I carry with me in order to maintain this state of being. A super chill, loving state of being that I am always in. I mean, I fall out of it sometimes, but I always come back, and that's the game, right? It's like, can we come back home and stay grounded and maintain the frequency of unconditional love no matter what is happening in the world, no matter how chaotic it is, can we still choose love? If you liked this content, hit that like and subscribe. Leave a comment letting me know how you feel about this. Which one is your favorite lesson? Which one surprised you the most? Talk to me. I'd love to interact with you, and also learn more about what you guys want from me, right? Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. Now go out there and co-create the best life possible.